You may not find us on your TV, because in case you did not know, we're being brought to you by, brought to you on, brought to you by RADI.
Thank you. Thank you. You really love me. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That's enough. And welcome to episode number 10 of the GigBag radio show. We've got a different lineup for you this week. We enjoyed having Kim Noble with us last week so much that we've decided to ask her back again, and she's going to run the show this week. Unfortunately, Lady Wu's not going to be with us. She is overseas doing interviews. No, she's not. She's sick. She's in bed, not well, didn't want to come out. Can't say I blame her. And we've got another special guest, which we will mention in a moment. So in a moment, we'll cross over and say good day to both of those people. We will have with us this week, we'll have Kim, who I've already mentioned, and we'll have Greg Edmund. So let's go over and say hello to them both now. Hello, guys. Are you there?
Good evening,
Yeah.
Greg. It's morning for me. So.
Yeah, good morning. Yeah. I guess
Oh
you're on
goodness.
coffee and I'm on beer, right?
That's right. No, I'm on beer too.
What?
No, she's on the hard stuff by
Joking.
now.
Yeah.
Joking little kiddies out there. We have to keep it G or PG. Captain, you must feel it. When you listen to Greg's voice, come on, admit it. You must feel a little PG-13 at times.
Um,
Are you asking if I'm turned on by Greg's voice? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, Greg, I just cannot fathom that we are talking.
it's insane,
Greg and
right?
I have.
Sung together for a long
mean-
time, but we never spoke to each other. It's insane, eh?
It is. Greg is one of my vocal heroes. I mean, besides the fact that he has that voice that's kind of like, yeah, yes, please, and more. He also, though, as much as I exploit him for my own wicked purposes, I do want to be upfront and say, but the guy is so talented too. So it's not just all about the Barry White, February 14th, let's get it on thing. It really is that he brings such talent and skill to what he does. So, I just need to put out that disclaimer now, because the rest of the show is going to have to be edited out, of course.
Yeah, well, I'm just it's just, what can I say? It's a lot of compliments in one sentence. Yeah. I mean, if you put things in perspective, I'm just a kindergarten teacher who sings a lot, and that's where it comes from. Yeah.
Right. So you do sing a lot at school, though,
Yeah.
right? For your kids and
Yeah, of
stuff.
course. That's where I practice.
Yeah.
And if I don't sing correctly, I would lose my voice within weeks. So,
Right.
so that's how I practice, and I guess the kids like it because they always ask for more.
Yeah, they like it. Little girls everywhere are like,
Come on, they're 5
You're
years
like-
old.
no, I'd say, no. Back it up, boys. Back it up. What I'm saying is that Greg is spoiling little girls, because little girls plan their weddings like from when they're old enough to think and talk and see, beautiful pictures of
Yeah.
gowns. And I'm like, Greg's spoiling little girls everywhere in terms of their future husbands.
Actually, it's kind of
So-
funny because as soon as they get the concept of what marriage is, they always find someone and they say, "Oh, I'm gonna marry that guy," and I've had at least like 4 or 5 little girls who were like, "Oh, I'm gonna marry Greg." Yeah.
See?
And some boys too.
Captain, you want to?
Yeah, I admit it. I want to marry him.
You know what? This will be the show of confessions, dirty confessions.
No. You're in for it if I start doing that.
It's a blast!
Tell me, or tell everyone that will be listening, how you got started in music. What's your musical background? You know, we want to know, Greg.
It's not much really. Actually, I started with a guy who's on Compose too, but he uploads like one project every year. But his name is Serge. On Compose, he's called as Zurge75 or something. And yeah, we started playing guitar together at the age of 11 or something like that.
Wow.
Yeah, he was the guy.
So like
he was
10 years ago then.
I wish. yeah. So yeah, an eternity ago in Montreal. Oh my god. Anyway, so that guy so he basically taught me how to play guitar, the basics. And well, I've done like choir work when I was a kid and all that crap, but like I never really thought about singing until we formed our first band, because we had like 3 bands together. He was always the lead guitar, I was the rhythm, and you know, the people like the bass player, the drummers, they kind of changed. But so yeah. And when we started, it was like, okay, well, yeah, I guess someone needs to sing, right? And I had a bit of choir experience, so
right.
Yeah.
And also, you took lessons as well, right? You had a vocal coach or something?
On 2 occasions with the same girl.
Okay.
You know, I'm the kind of guy who only fixes stuff when it's broken. So, you know, I started, and it was a metal band, right? We were teens, we were into Metallica, so I started screaming without knowing what I was doing. So, of course, I lost my voice, you know? And after that, I was like, God, okay, yeah, maybe I should learn how to sing so it doesn't happen again. So that's when I went for the first time. And so she was very patient with me. She taught me how to breathe and all that. And I was like, okay, thank you, see you. And 10 years later, I broke my voice again. So then I came back, and then yeah, she's a fantastic lady, you know. And she says, "Oh, hi, Greg, you lost your voice again." Yes. And then
yeah. Did you get like a ruler wrap on the knuckles? Did she give you like 10 ruler wraps on the knuckle?
No.
Or you know, like Catholic nuns, they're like snap, snap, snap. So Greg, then give us vocalists like 2 or 3 tips that, you know, like inside tracks that we can use so that we don't fall into the same pitfalls of breaking our voices.
If it hurts, stop. That's the
And that's what you're supposed to, that's the rule for sex.
Yeah, well,
not singing.
But you know, like,
well, that's advice that could be used for a lot of things, right?
You know, like, I mean, I've done many genres, and you know, one of them is, I've done death metal, I've done lots of stuff, and you know, when you experiment with your voice in ways, for example, when you do growls and you go, "I'm hungry," it's really easy to break your voice, right? So
right.
I'm sorry, can I just stop you there? We didn't actually get that. Can you do that again?
I'm so hungry.
Sorry. I didn't have the record button pressed. Could you just do it one more time?
What do you want from me?
Yeah.
It's like death metal
one
Cookie
more
Monster.
I could do this for ages.
That's his Godzilla voice.
Godzilla.
You realize, Greg, that Captain actually got record on the first try. He just wanted you to keep doing it.
I wanted to hear your voice break.
He's just toying with you.
See what it would take for it to make it break.
Well, see, that's the thing. I practiced, so I won't.
Oh. Oh, grasshopper, because the teacher. And he can catch flies with chopsticks
I know,
too.
no,
Did you know that? That's a little known
no, I
fact
can't.
about Greg.
That's Chinese.
But he never eats them to date.
Uh,
What I know.
Alright.
We're all the same. Okay. So anyway, so you learned. So
Yeah,
you were giving us tips.
So the first
if
one
it,
is if it hurts, stop. And the second one,
Right.
is breathe. And I'm not gonna give you all those exercises on how to breathe and all that. There's great. I can post some addresses on YouTube if you want. There's a few sites that I've seen that are unbelievably well done. And so, if it hurts, stops, breathe, and never. Um, you have to use your abdominal muscles all the time so that it becomes a reflex and you don't think about it. Because if you think about it, you're
Okay.
gonna sound like you're trying to sing. So
Right.
so
Yep.
like if you're like, oh, okay, so work the muscles and then okay, and then I gotta sing he. It's gonna sound like, oh, okay, I'm trying, But if you don't think about it, because it's
Right.
muscle
Okay.
memory, then you're gonna go hey, and it's gonna
Right.
be from the heart because you don't think about the mechanism behind it. So,
Right. And you know what? We have, for someone like me who has never taken a voice lesson and has no actual skill, I've fallen into every single one of those traps multiple times. So it's good to be reminded, of what
yeah.
not to do, because oftentimes we learn by, the positive teaching, but we can learn just as much of what not to do as well, from what not to do as well. So that's good.
The greatest advice, I think I posted it a few times on Compose, is talk like you were singing. Use what's called projected speech, which I'm doing right now. When you're talking, okay, now I'm talking to you normally, right? And let's imagine I have a lot of
Right.
noisy kids around me or a lot of noisy people. I'm gonna try to shout, but right now I'm not shouting. What I'm doing is I'm using my abdominal muscles to talk to you, which gives me a lot more volume, but I'm still relaxed, right? And so
Right. Yep. And you're not
no,
straining your vocal
exactly.
cords or anything like
So
that.
you're
Right.
actually
Right.
you're practicing how to sing
Awesome.
while talking, and then it becomes
Right.
and then
That's a great
it
tip.
becomes it becomes a reflex. So when you start singing, you don't even think about it because you've been talking like that for ages, and then you just sing normally without thinking about your muscles, and it just goes. Yeah.
Music. That's our middle name. Music.
So then, anyway, then keep going with your music background, because you also play guitar, which a lot of people don't know. And I know you're always kind of like, well, I'm not the best guitar player, but I think you're great, and other people do as well. Other people who are true
Where?
musicians do as well. So tell us a little bit about your guitar playing, and I've seen
Oh,
you on
right.
YouTube
Oh,
playing
you've
guitar
seen
too.
yeah.
So
Okay. Um.
yes, as an
Stalker.
official stalker, I must see everything that is posted
Yep.
online, unless I can't call myself in
Alright,
good
well,
conscience a stalker.
I've been, until very recently, since I left Canada, basically, I've always been, the rhythm guitar player, and Serge was doing all this, so, and so I had,
Right.
and even as a rhythm guitar player, I was not doing complex work. I was just doing enough to sing, and then Serge was, filling up everything else. So, yeah, you got to check him out. Zurge75, I think. He's a ridiculous guitar player. He's so humble. He's like, "Oh, I'm not good and all that," but he kicks something,
Go ahead and kick whatever he kicks, and we'll just hear it on the radio.
Well, I'm a kindergarten teacher. It's really hard for me to swear. Mm. Mm.
So I don't
Yeah.
know that I know who he
Yeah.
is, so I'll definitely check
Yeah.
check
So
him
yeah.
out when we're done here. Yeah.
You know that song? What was that? "Girl on Fire" that I did with. Yeah. Well, he did the solo on that.
Yes.
I uploaded.
Oh,
two
okay. I'll have to check that out.
two tracks. The first one is just me with like the generic solo that was there, and the other one was with him on, and he just
Okay.
blew the thing apart. And it's so sad because the project never got finished and all that, but man, did he ever deliver. Anyways, so I'm getting sidetracked again.
No,
Yeah.
that's okay. That's what we're here for.
Is it true that you actually set a girl on fire for that song?
What were the lyrics for that?
Or
What
is
were
that
the
just
lyrics
rumor?
of that? Oh yeah.
You got to do something.
I
for
forgot the lyrics. That's my.
You were looking out the window looking for inspiration, and you went, "Girl on Fire."
No.
That'd be a good name.
Actually, that's one of those songs where the lyrics weren't written. The lyrics were written. I just had to sing them, and that's why I forgot them. Yeah. Oh, that's one of my greatest weaknesses. I forget what I sing a lot. Like you would ask me what I just sang like 5 minutes ago, and I would be like, yeah, what did I just sing? I forgot.
We all know what you sang 5 minutes ago. It was,
yeah.
Charge!
But there's like 3 people on Compose that just blow my mind, and lyrics wise, I'm gonna give you the challenge of telling me who do you think they are.
shucks.
Captain Peter's one of them. Lady Wu is the other.
And Kim.
It's their radio show, Greg. We got to butter them up.
So that is your answer. The end. Next question.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Okay. So it's Tracy, Joel. Yeah, Joel. I mean, we have a long history together. That's for sure. And James. Yeah, James. Yeah. Those 3, they just work for me. The way they write, just it clicks. I see their lyrics. I'm like, oh, okay, that's how I'm gonna sing it. I don't even think about it. It's like, boom. Yeah.
Playing the hits of yesteryear just for you.
Soyons Fous was my first French song in a long time. Usually when I write a song, the chorus, I start with a chorus. I want to get the hook first, and then I rap the rest is just gift wrap. But I had this, the intro. I was like, "À contre-jour d'une chandelle," and then I was like, "Okay, so that's a start." So yeah. And
okay. So anyway,
I just wrote the whole thing, and to avoid the details, it's basically from the start to the climax, or after the climax to the second climax, and it was a lot of fun to write, and I was really careful about not using any words that were even if it's French, and not a lot of people can understand it on Compose. Some people can, and if you take a look at the lineup, a lot of people there understand French in that lineup. So yeah, and I was extremely careful not to make it vulgar. I wanted it to, I wanted it to be poetic, sensual, and all that, and that's about it. Yeah, and it was a build-up. Like I started guitars, and then I sang over the guitars, and then suddenly everything appeared. The sax, the drums, the keyboard, the organ. And suddenly it became this monster, and I was like, "Man, this sounds good." And even as a mixer, this is one of my mixing references. When I mix stuff, I go back to that track, and I'm like, "Yeah, I gotta sound like that," And it was fun. It started with Dr. Funk with the guitar. And it was like the track, and I was like, okay, yeah, let's do it. And then his guitar inspired my vocals. And after that, Jack came in, and he played and he played the bass. And then Fig Sounds, Raul came and drowned. This was my first experience with Raul. Like I listened to it and I was like, oh
Okay.
God. Like yeah. Like before that, it was
We just
a
got-
fun project.
we just got
a little
serious here,
French song
boys.
for the French thing. But when Raul kicked in, I was like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, we're serious now. And actually, after Raul kicked in, I was like, okay, I gotta re-sing, and I re-sang
Go ahead.
everything because it was obvious that it was a great song. So
So and then Frederick, right?
yeah, Fred came in and threw all the sax on. His sax was incredibly groovy, and it was hard to mix in, but it was good. Like it was there and it was awesome. But once the mix was in, and then Pascal came in with like the mixing. Pascal's mixing is unearthly. There's no way in hell I could ever mix like Pascal.
Right.
And he also he also added some keyboards, and suddenly it became what it is now. And yeah, that's pretty much what it was. It was a good song.
I'm assuming Dr. Funk wrote this on Compose on a project. It's called a creative brief. I'm just telling this for everyone else. It's called a creative brief, and you can write little notes about the project or little notes to people who are going to be on the project. And his note is, this is the French version with Greg on the sexy vocals. That's all it says. That just makes me laugh. It's true, but it also makes me laugh too.
Savourer nos forts. À contre-jour d'une chandelle, je sens les velours venant d'elle. Un milliard d'étoiles défilent devant nous. Le vent dans les voiles, oui, soyons fous. Je sens ta peau qui frissonne, ton cœur qui ronronne. Viens avec moi ma bonne, que Dieu me pardonne. Viens le temps de caresses et de bisous. Partout sur ton corps, fais fi des tabous. Que ce soit les fesses dans ton cou, de plus en plus fort, oui soyons fous. Je sens ta peau qui frissonne, ton cœur qui ronronne. Viens avec moi ma peau, que Dieu me pardonne. Le souffle court, rien ne sert de résister. Où on fait l'amour, le temps s'arrête pour respirer. Où est tour à tour, le soubresaut s'empare de nous. Soyons fous, nos regards apaisés par le bonheur. Où est la nuit, n'en n'aie pas peur. Viens dans mes bras, une fois encore. N'arrêtons pas, donne-moi ton corps encore. Je sens ta peau qui frissonne, ton cœur qui ronronne. Viens avec moi ma peau, que tu me pardonnes.
want to talk about Jeremy because that
Jeremy.
I noticed.
Yeah.
I noticed you said that's your calling card.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah. That song was hard to sing in many ways because singing is a lot like acting, right? You gotta feel the song. You
Right.
gotta, you can't just sing it like, well, you know that very well. You do it all the time, and that's why I love singing with you. But I don't know why I say that. But anyway, it's for the radio. So, when you sing, if you're pitch perfect and you follow the song, it's going to be all good, but everybody's going to forget it after 10 minutes. What makes the difference is when you feel the song and, you're true to the meaning of the lyrics. And, if the song is sad, you have to be sad. And if the song is, and it's a lot like acting. It's a lot like acting. And that song is extremely dark. So I had to go to places I never go to. And, so to sing that it took a lot out of me, and I'm not sure not sure I could do it again. I'm not sure I could do it live, well, not that deep anyways. I could sing it, but I'm not sure I could sing it like that, often, over and over again.
So go ahead and introduce this song to us all, and go through the names on there so we know.
It started with David and Amy, actually. And so, yeah, I heard the song and then I read the lyrics, and it was, instant love. And I'm not sure that Little Joe had a solo going on when I first sang. Actually, I don't think so. But
I don't think so either.
It came right after it, and
Right.
and it was it was awesome. Then you came, and then you sang your wonderful back vocals, and it just happened. When you sang your back vocals, I was like, oh yeah, this is going to work. And then Andrew came in, threw some drums in. Andrew's my drummer. He's okay. I'm gonna sound possessive here, but he's my drummer. Mine. And we're very, 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 very like-minded. Everything he tells me, I'm like, yeah, let's do it like that. We think the same way. I wouldn't be surprised we live very similar lives. He's, he's. It's funny because when we talk, we have very similar experience. We don't talk a lot about our personal lives, which is amazing because, like you and I, we know a lot about each other, but not Andy. We don't know that much.
Right.
But I wouldn't be surprised if we had very similar.
Let's call him up. Pete, let's get Andy on the phone. You can do that for us, right? I'm just joking. I'm totally joking. Okay, so and then
Fred,
who's the last guy? Fred?
Oh,
right?
Poor Fred. Oh my God, did he ever had it hard? Fred was the guy who was supposed to mix it, and everybody had such high expectations for that song, and the poor guy was like, okay, I got it. Oh, don't get me wrong, he did it, he delivered, but oh my, the first few mixes, it was good. Like any other composed song, it would be like, okay, that's a good mix, all right, see you, but that song was special to everybody involved, and did he ever get it? But oh man,
yeah, he was coming in already on something that the bar was raised so high that there would be very few people who could have pleased everyone, on there to say, oh yeah, that's the mix, and walk away. Like he worked
so hard at it.
He worked at it too,
but he delivered. The last mix he did, and it's like, wow.
Yes.
I couldn't do that in a lifetime. He delivered. Yeah.
And he moved from Japan.
Yeah, we
to
talked
France,
a bit about
right?
that. Yeah.
A little. Yeah.
Keep it to yourself, like a shadow, roaming, crying out for help. Don't let them look you Don't let them look you in the eye. We're made of wax, melted down and shaped to keep ourselves intact. But wax was never strong. It will be all over soon. One day there will be a final bruise. The tears will cease to fall. No blood will shed at all. It's the day when I end it all. Another day, it seems again I was afraid to keep my word. But I'm afraid to fall. And if I stay, I doubt I'll see you for much longer anyway. 'Cause after all, how much blood can one man shed? It will be all over soon. One day there will be a final bruise. The tears will cease to fall. No blood will shed at all. It's the day when I end it all. It will be all over soon. One day there will be a final bruise. The tears will cease to fall. No blood will shed at all. It's the day when I end it all. The day
This is one of those songs where the lyrics appeared in 10 minutes, and I had the skeleton written. After that, I just had to fill the bones. I put the meat on the bones. I had the chorus going on, I had everything, and I was like, okay, this is going to work. And so I just sang a first version, which was really close to what it is now. And then no, it was not Andrew. JM, Jean-Marc came in first, and then Andrew came in second, last. And yeah, after that I re-sang, and that's pretty much it. And it was a rap. Oh, and I did the solo. One of the very few tracks I did a solo on. Yeah. So yeah.
Really? Okay. So if your fans out there, all 3 million of them, want to hear you do the solo, then come to compose.com and hear the collective, the album The Collective, and Capable is the
one
song,
of the very
right?
few songs where I actually did something on it. Yeah. So yeah. And
Beauty.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites, that's for sure. Yeah.
Okay, so here's the song Incapable.
the sky is only a velvet coat with millions of diamonds waiting for you above. I know you think that love can save even a demon. You're so innocent, my precious devote. Not everyone can have all the flesh. Not everyone can be saved. Oh, look at the son, not the one who is enslaved. Stay away from the one you can never bless. Don't come to me, my beautiful fool. Oh, like a flower, I would crush you whole. Oh, I would leave you in a pool of blood and tears. Oh, I would break you. Oh, please believe your fears, 'cause oh, I'm the devil, incapable of love, incapable. Told me once I don't have a heart of stone. Well, clairvoyance, there are things I do condone. I wanna see you smile, smile, far away from me. I wanna see you save the ones who can be saved. You are so pure, so void of anything vile. I don't think I could bear the burden of you joining the obscure. Oh, please, my darling, please fly away. Oh, please, please, my darling, you'll perish if you stay. Don't come to me, my beautiful fool. Like a flower, I would crush you whole. Oh, I would leave you in a pool of blood and tears. Oh, I would break you. Oh, please believe your fears, 'cause oh, I'm the devil, incapable of love, incapable. Oh, I'm the devil, incapable of love, incapable. Saving you, my holy dove.
My coworker, who's a Russian girl, married 2 months ago or something, and last year, she was like, "Oh, my husband's trying to work. He wants to write a song for us, but he can't really." Her husband plays guitar too, and like we're having problems, we're having troubles and all that. So I was like, "Yeah, well, maybe I can help." And she was like, "Yeah, okay." At the time, she was not so aware that I was writing songs. We were just starting to work together, and so she said, "Yeah, okay, maybe." And then I wrote that, and so I just showed it to the guys. At the time, we were writing really heavy stuff, and I was like, well, maybe I have this song. Could you just give me a hand? Let's put it aside the album. Let's just put it as a side project kind of thing. And they just nailed it, especially Jean-Marc. I don't know why. This was exactly in Jean-Marc's territory. He did the lead guitar, he did the synths, he did the bass, and he did an amazing job. He wrote the backbone. And then Mark, who usually, he writes the bass, the backtrack of the guitar. He writes the songs usually. He came with those amazing, atmosphere. A lot of guitars that were just adding to the atmospheric. Atmosphere. So they were just adding to the atmosphere, and they were like ethereal guitars that were floating around my guitar work and JM's guitar work, and yeah, it really worked. And then Andy came in and he just nailed it like he usually does, and and it just came together, and suddenly it became a Guardian of the Gods songs, and I never thought it would happen because it was so lighthearted. If you listen to the Guardian of the Gods songs,
right?
Not a lot of them are lighthearted.
Not a lot of them would
Yeah,
get played
exactly.
for the first dance at a wedding, right?
But somehow sonically it made it to the sound of the band, and we made it our own, and that's what happened. Yeah.
So good. So here it is. Hello.
Hello.
Well, hello.
This is Shadow.
Oh, Shadow.
How you going?
How you doing? How you doing?
I'm going crap.
Well, that's nothing new.
I want to speak to that Japanese guy. What's his name?
Oh, Greg.
G4. Put him on the phone.
He's right here. Here, I'll hand you over.
I'll deal with you later.
I'll look forward to it.
Hello.
Hi! I'm this annoying character from Japanese animations. How are you today?
I'm crap. I'll have you know.
Oh, well, that's good because I'm always happy.
Hey, are you from that Pokemon show or something?
Oh, yes, and I know how to fight. But what's fun is that I always smile when I fight. Woohoo!
I see. Well, I got a bunch of jokes lined up, and you're gonna just sit there and listen, all right?
How can I sit? I'm always jumping around, up and down and up and down and up and down.
Well, I was just with my friend Russell, and my friend Russell is a very ugly man.
Ah,
You know how ugly he is?
I don't know. How ugly is he? Please tell me. Please tell me.
He's dingo ugly. He's so ugly, they used to push his face into dough to make gorilla biscuits. He's so,
Gorilla biscuits, my favorite.
he's so ugly, he makes blind kids cry. He's
He makes blind kids
He's
cry.
very ugly. He's so ugly, we once went to the zoo, to see those really cool gorillas. And,
Oh, gorillas. I love gorillas. I want to hug them.
yeah, well, that's good. This guy at the door said, thanks for bringing him back. Because they thought that he belonged
That's
there.
awesome.
And once, my mate Russell I'm talking about, he once looked out of the window and got arrested for mooning.
Mooning? Can you tell me what's mooning? I don't understand what
That's
mooning
called
is.
showing your ass. He's not only ugly, he's really fat as well. He once jumped into the air and got stuck in thin air.
Oh, like two hairy balloons. I love balloons. Can I just bury them away like that?
No. I'll tell you what, he's also so fat, we once went to the beach and he sat down, stood up, walked 100 yards before he realized he had a thin man wedged between his butt cheeks.
Oh! Is that what you call a hair sandwich?
Yes. Well, anyway, you just bloody watch it. Alright? You just bloody watch it or I'll come over there to Japanese or wherever it is you come from and you'll get dirty knees. Don't you worry about that.
I'm so happy you called, mister. Please come anytime you want. And I love you. No matter what you do to me, I love you.
Are you Mickey Mouse's cousin? Alright, well, you just bloody watch it, Mickey.
Oh, I'll watch
I
you.
got my eye on you. Alright, goodbye.
See you.
Bye, Shadow.
This is the GigBag Radio Show with the Captain and Room.
But there's something else in here, and it's coming for you. It's Edna. Oh my God!
Hello? This is GigBag Radio. How can I help you?
Hello?
Oh, is this our favorite caller, Edna?
Yes, this is Edna.
Edna, you sound sad today.
Oh, I'm just a bit out of breath.
Do you want to talk to anyone here at the radio station?
Oh, well,
you've got a very, very handsome young
Oh,
man
Edna,
on your show tonight. Can I speak to
yes,
him?
here he is. His name is Greg, and you're gonna like him.
Good evening. My name is Grégoire, and I am a French lover.
Oh, goodness me. Oh, that
It
gets my
doesn't
heart
matter
running.
what you say. You are beautiful.
Well, I've been told that a few times in my life. Quite a few times. But I am pretty old now.
Even through the radio waves of the radio, I can tell you have beautiful eyes. And I'm talking about those in your face.
You are a very perceptive young man. But I'm a bit old for you, probably. You know, I'm so old that I don't break wind anymore. I break dust. I'm 104 years old. Did you know that?
104 years old is only a lot of beautiful to love.
Well, the best thing about being 104, you know what that is?
I do not know, but I know you will tell me.
I'll tell you. There's no peer pressure at 104. Because there's not many people my age to put pressure on me. That was a joke. You can laugh now. But my memory's not as sharp as it used to be. I said my memory's not as sharp as it used to be.
Oh, but I will remember you.
And also, my memory's not as sharp as it used to be.
But you will remember me.
Well, of course, you lovely man, you French letter. Well, I have been working out lately. Did I tell you about that? I've been going to the fitness club.
Oh, that's very interesting, my love.
Oh yes. I went in there and I was going for the aerobics class for seniors, and I bent and twisted and gyrated and jumped up and down and perspired for about an hour. And by the time I got my leotards on, the class was over. I didn't even get to start.
Oh, but it was a nice class, wasn't it?
Well, I don't know, because I wasn't there. I was in the change rooms. But I'm sure it was lovely and very, very nice. Well, that's all I've got for this week.
You know what's wonderful about being a French lover?
Yes?
It's that everything you say is sexy, but what I'm saying is completely ridiculous. For example, when I tell you, tu es belle comme une pelle, it sounds ridiculously sexy, no? But what I just said is that you are beautiful like a shovel.
Well, I have been told that. Yes.
Vous êtes très belle et adorable. And yes, I can speak French. It's not only pretending.
And what does that mean, then?
It means that I am a real French. It means that when I make love, I do not make love. I make the love.
Wow. Well, I could show you a thing or two, young man. I've had more than my share of lovers in my 104 years. Let me tell you. But there's no time for that now because Harold's calling me. He needs his nappy changed again. It's a never-ending task, I tell you.
Never ending is the word.
But it's been lovely talking to you.
It's been lovely talking to you too. Let's hope we meet again.
Oh, I'm sure we will. Can you leave your phone number?
Unfortunately, I live in Japan, which means that I have 14 numbers in my phone number, and that's only regional.
Well, is it true what they say about Japanese men?
They are as romantic as their phone numbers.
Was that you beeping? It sounded like a truck backing up in your house. Well, anyway, I better go. I've probably woken up the whole street by now.
Oh, we will wake up the whole street for sure.
Oh, I'm sure we will. All right, goodbye, Dee.
See you.
It was lovely talking to you.
Au revoir, c'était un plaisir.
Yes, goodbye. Bye.
See you.
That's like,
Well, if everybody thought it was as funny as Kim, then we've got a hit.
I can't recover.
We've got a hit on our hands.
Oh, thank you so much, Greg. Thanks, Captain Peter. Give our love to Lady Wu.
Thank you.
All right, I'm going to sign off.
Yeah.
Appreciate you guys.
All right, and take care of yourself.
All right. Thanks, you too. It was a pleasure and a privilege for me. I appreciate it.
Okay. All right, take care.
Okay, bye.
See you.
Bye.
How do you
Just-
turn it off?
You press the little cross in the corner.
That's how technologically advanced I am. All right, see you, boys. See you, girl. All right.
See ya. And that's our show. I hope you enjoyed it as much as they did. And Lady Wu will be back with us next week in all her glory. And we look forward to catching up with you then. In the meantime,
This is the GigBag Radio